time is 6:15. Here is the news, edited by Dilini Gunawardena, read by Victor Raj. Here are the headlines of the local news. A new law will be introduced to improve the financial governance within the government. Significance of introducing Ayurvedic products to the world scientifically is stressed. The no-confidence motion against the Speaker is taken into debate for the second consecutive day. The inaugural Sri Lanka Climate Summit will be held in May. World Bank hails Suwasari ambulance service for saving countless lives. Foreign news, famine looms in Sudan as civil war survivors tell of ethnic violence. Sports news, rugby. Sri Lanka is to host Asia Rugby Division 1 in Colombo. Local news in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe highlighted that if Sri Lanka continues to rely on borrowing to address the imbalance between imports and exports, the nation will inevitably confront another economic crisis within a decade. Additionally, he underscored his vision to establish economic stability and expedite the transformation of Sri Lanka into an export-oriented economy. The President said that a new law is set to be introduced to Parliament in April, alongside another legislation aimed at improving financial governance within the government. These measures are designed to propel the nation's economic forward. President Ranil Wickremesinghe made these remarks during his attendance at the inauguration ceremony of the Bodhigara and Golden Fence, constructed near the historic Mangedara Tempiti Viharya in Kagala today. The President also noted that negotiations concerning certifying Sri Lanka as a debt-paying country are anticipated to conclude by June and July. He further emphasized that the foreign aid lost due to the country being labelled as bankrupt will be retrieved and returned to the nation. Additionally, the President highlighted that the country's economy will receive a boost as the national currency strengthens with the renewed engagement of foreign banks and companies that had previously refrained from conducting business with Sri Lanka. The Golden Imedians 2023 Entrepreneurship Gold Award ceremony for entrepreneurs in the field of indigenous medicines was held yesterday at the Battaramulla Water's Edge under the patronage of Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Minister Dr. Ramesh Pathirana and Minister of State for Indigenous Medicine Sisira Jayakode also took part in this event. Addressing the gathering, Minister Dr. Ramesh Pathirana said that in 2022, Sri Lanka's export value reached the highest value in history and exceeded $13 billion. During that period, Ayurvedic products have also been exported more, and there has been a great promotion in the beauty culture industry using Ayurvedic products. He further mentioned the country is undergoing two main challenges: how to provide relief to patients and how to present Ayurvedic products to the world scientifically. It was pointed out that if Ayurvedic products can be presented to the world according to the scientific data through clinical tests, they can go a long way. The no-confidence motion against Speaker Mahinda Abebardena was taken into debate for the second consecutive day at the House today. Joining the debate, MP Gamini Lokage said the current Speaker has served the Parliament well and hence the nation is unreasonable. The motion is unreasonable. Mr. Ranjit Madhyama Bandar said the Speaker should act independently. MP Uday Gammampilla said that although the Speaker is a reputed senior politician, the confidence on him has already been violated. Minister Nimamsiri Paldeselva said the aim of the motion is to lead the country astray. Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara said that the Speaker has upheld the reputation of his designation. Mr. MP Mahinda Ananda Gammagi highlighted that the Speaker has always provided ample time to the opposition in the House, while MP Anurag Kumar Disanak accused that the Speaker has become a puppet in the hand of the government. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Continuing with more local news, the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce announces the inaugural Sri Lanka Climate Summit 2024 themed Code Red. Climate Risks and Opportunities for Sri Lankan Business from May 7th to 9th at the Shangri-La Hotel, Colombo. As Sri Lanka stands at a critical juncture with scientific consensus warning of the potential devastating consequences of accelerating climate change, the three-day summit will explore the dual reality of climate risks and opportunities. The climate summit will delve into the specific climate threats Sri Lanka faces, highlighting the potential disruptions to key economic sectors. It will also explore the transformative power of climate action for Sri Lankan business. By embracing suitable practices and innovative solutions, Sri Lankan companies can not only mitigate risks but also unlock green growth opportunities. The event will bring together all stakeholders to create a dialogue that will contribute to developing a climate action plan. This plan is envisaged to drive green growth and climate action in terms of adaptation and mitigation of climate risks. Over 3 days, the summit will draw on the insights of renowned national and international experts in the fields of public and climate policy. Academics, industry veterans, and leading personalities in the climate action charge to explore climate risks, opportunities, and the facilitation required to mitigate risks and successfully leverage growth opportunities. The World Bank has hailed Sri Lanka's toll-free 1990 Suwasari ambulance service for saving countless lives while providing citizens the highest level of pre-hospital care. In a blog post, the World Bank's Vice President for the South Asia region, Martin Reiser, further commended the ambulance service for reducing complications caused by the delayed care and enabling them to get back into workforce in record time, making a positive contribution to the country's economy. He added that Suwasari has one of the fastest response rates in the world for an ambulance service, which is only 12 minutes. The World Bank's senior official further lauded Suwasari for tapping into digitalization by leading digital innovation in health and emergency service. That ends local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Committee on Public Finance has recommended that the Central Bank of Sri Lanka defer the salary increase until a mutually acceptable solution is reached on the matter. This was mentioned in the COPE report on the Central Bank Salary Revision 2024-2026 presented to the Parliament by the Committee's Chairman, Dr. Harsa De Silva today. COPE compiled this report on the recent salary increase of the Central Bank staff members upon a request made by President Ranil Wickremesinghe in his capacity as the Finance Minister. The request came about after several MPs raised this issue in the House, joining the general outcry opposing this steep salary increase. That came to you on Main News Story.
The Main News Story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
CIB New Year offer. Valuable gifts and gift vouchers. 25% discount for bank cards till 10th of April. Visit CIB today. CIB revives once always.
Health officials say significant number of children are experiencing respiratory problems due to high levels of dust particles in the environment. Consultant pediatrician at Lady Ridgeway Hospital, Dr. Deepal Pereira, advised that the elderly and pregnant women should also exercise caution. He emphasized it is essential to replenish both sodium and water levels in the body. Otherwise, it may result in dehydration, loss of appetite, nausea, body pains and other symptoms that hinder productivity. That ends Watchlight.
CIB Navy offer valuable gifts and gift vouchers, 25% discount for bank cards till 10th of April. Visit CIB today. CIB revives once always.
Coming up, World News.
Headlines first. Famine looms in Sudan as civil war survivors tell of ethnic violence. Delhi is named as the world's most polluted capital city. Libya-Tunisia border crossing is closed following clashes. World News in detail. BBC reports say that civilians caught up in Sudan's civil war have given graphic accounts of rape, ethnic violence and street executions. Meanwhile, a top UN officials have said the conflict has plunged the country into one of the worst humanitarian nightmares in recent history and could trigger the world's largest hunger crisis. There are also fears that in Darfur, in the west of the country, a repeat of what the US called genocide 20 years ago may be beginning to unfold. The power struggle between the country's military and its former ally, the Rapid Support Force paramilitary group, has killed at least 14,000 people across the country so far. A Swiss-based air quality monitoring group has found Delhi was the most polluted capital city in the world in 2023. India was also ranked as the world's third most polluted country after neighbors Bangladesh and Pakistan. The country's air was worsened since 2022, when it was the 8th most polluted country. Air pollution is a serious problem in several Indian cities. Experts say that rapid industrialization, coupled with weak enforcement of environmental laws, have played a role in increasing pollution in the country. According to Tunisia state TV and Libyan authorities, Tunisia and Libya have closed a major border crossing at Ras Jdir due to armed clashes. Libya's interior minister said in a statement that outlaws had attacked the border, which sees a large flow of Libyans, often going to Tunisia for medical treatment, and trucks with goods coming in the opposition direction. The border post in the desert area of the Ras Jdir, about 170 kilometers from the Libyan capital Tripoli, is the main crossing point between the two North African countries. To wrap up the world news, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Famine looms in Sudan as civil war survivors tell of ethnic violence. Delhi is named as the world's most polluted capital city. Libya-Tunisia border crossing is closed following clashes. That ends World News.
Development News.
A memorandum of understanding was signed between the Ministry of Education and Microsoft Company at the Presidential Secretariat yesterday, marking the commencement of the pilot project of integrate artificial intelligence into the school curriculum. This initiative will offer students above grade 8 the opportunity to delve into AI within the realm of the information technology. The pilot project is slated to be rolled out in 20 selected schools across 20 districts, with a commitment to provide conducive classrooms and necessary technical equipment. A dedicated team from Microsoft will extend support to facilitate online educational activities. That ends Development News.
Moving on with sports news.
Rugby news. Sri Lanka Rugby is set to host Asia Rugby Division 1 Championship in Colombo from April 28th to May 5th between hosts Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Qatar. However, the participation of Pakistan is still in doubt due to political uncertainty. This tournament was confirmed by Asia Rugby recently. If Pakistan pulls out, Sri Lanka Rugby will likely host the event with 2 matches against the Qatar outfit, and the venue for the tournament probably will be the Racecourse Grounds in Colombo. The Asia Rugby Top 4 is fought between Hong Kong, South Korea, Malaysia and United Arab Emirates. The losers will be demoted to Division 1 in 2025, while the winners in Colombo during the Division 1 encounters this year will get their berth booked for the Top 4 in 2025, which will see 3 home matches and an equal number of matches away. That ends the sports news.
Go ekakthiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The National Savings Bank commemorated its 52nd anniversary with a meaningful celebration held at the NSB head office. The event was a testament to NSB's rich legacy of service excellence and unwavering commitment to its stakeholders. Importance of setting ambitious targets and delivering excellence in all endeavors was highlighted in this occasion. That ends Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekakthiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Moving on to economic news, State Minister of Finance Jan Semasinga said that the government is keen on continuing the reform agenda that is currently being implemented and will soon introduce a new legislature to safeguard them and continue to the future. He made this comment when he met the Executive Director in charge of India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Bhutan of the IMF, Dr. Krishnamurthy Subramaniam. That ends economic news.
Weather report.
A temporary change in the dry weather in the southern half of the island can be expected after tomorrow. A few showers may occur in the eastern province. Showers or thundershowers may occur at a few places in the western and Sabaragamulla provinces and in the Nuwara, Galle and Mathura districts in the evening or night. Mainly dry weather will prevail elsewhere of the island. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamulla and central provinces and in the Galle and Kalutara districts during the morning. That ends the weather report. To wrap up the evening news on Radio Sri Lanka, let's take a look at the headlines once again. A new law will be introduced to improve the financial governance within the government. Significance of introducing Ayurvedic products to the world scientifically is stressed. The no confidence motion against the Speaker is taken into debate for the second consecutive day. The inaugural Sri Lanka Climate Summit will be held in May. World Bank hails suicide ambulance service for saving countless lives. Foreign news, famine looms in Sudan as civil war survivors tell of ethnic violence. Sports news, rugby. Sri Lanka is to host Asia Rugby Division 1 in Colombo. With that, we wrap up the evening news on Radio Sri Lanka. Back to my good friend and yours, Saudit Thalam.